Welcome back, air hockey fans. I'm Tim Weissman. I'm here with Jacob Weissman, and we've got another amazing match for everyone. This is a challenge match between
myself,
and Vince Sauceda, number 4 versus number 3. These two guys have had an amazing rivalry in the last couple of years. Here's Vince. Vince has been in a number of finals. And, of course, you, Jacob, former world champ and current number 3. Let's jump on into it. Got Doug Howard as the ref for this set. So one thing I'd want to say off the bat here about this rivalry, something we've been talking about recently, is sportsmanship. And Vince has been such a great sportsman for air hockey, and I think you'll see in this match the same, as well as you, Jacob, of course. But I think that's one of the great things about our sport is that so many of the top players emulate what it is to be a superior sportsman.
Absolutely. That's just an ethic that's part of the air hockey community. Giving your opponent respect, and you're battling them on the table trying to beat them, but it's kind of cliche, but we're still friends off the table.
Right. Well, in such a small niche sport, that's so important to be able to have that, because everyone really wants to see air hockey grow, that wants to see more players come into the sport, wants to see the world be able to experience what air hockey is the way we do. And so in many ways we're all pulling in the same direction, or we should be all pulling in the same direction.
Yeah.
Nice left ball there by Vince.
Puck and play.
3,
4.
It's a great left wall under.
Yeah, you're really he's delivering it in such a way that you're just frozen.
4.
Really hard cross there. Now cross is not
4, 5.
your typical shot on Vince.
No, it's not. But I know that Vince knows my game very well. He knows my attack against him very well.
5, 7, 4.
And so I'm trying to throw some different stuff at him here.
Okay, so you're starting out the match with that idea. It's kind of like do something a little bit different.
5.
A little bit, or at least don't be afraid to throw in that third shot.
Okay, good.
And Vince is also going for a lot of crosses against me.
5, 6.
Of course, scores
Yeah,
that
then
cut.
he scores a cut. It was a nice little delay. It was a delay, then an extra delay.
6.
Transition.
6-6.
Yeah. The classic, I'm going to shoot a shot. Actually, I'm going to call a timeout.
Yeah, me and Vince have been rivals since, I think, 2016, when we both finished Master together for our first time and played in the finals of the 9 through 12 spinoff.
Table off.
So game 1 goes to 7-6. I wonder if we'll have any other 7-6 games in this match.
Ready, sir? Puck and play.
Seemed like it was a slight rush on your part and a nice cross by Vince.
Yep.
Takes the first game 7-6. You guys are playing this match in a Krakow arena. It's a great air hockey space that Brian Krakow created, and a lot of high-end matches that are taking place in Houston happen here.
Puck on my right. Puck in play.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite challenge match arena.
You're going with a circle drift with sort of just one time around and then tapping the puck, drift, shoot.
Kind of trying to get into a rhythm here.
Yeah, that wasn't really popped very hard.
Yeah, I didn't really have.
You sort of just pushed at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again with the cross.
And right now my accuracy isn't there trying to get into it.
Yeah. And so Vince, this is sort of his traditional setup and attack where he does a left to center drift, pauses, pulls his arm back. A lot of times he'll give like a little mini pump fake.
Yeah, very classic Vince here. And Vince is, of course, left-handed, which is, you know, not the usual.
Puck in play.
Right, and so you're playing a left-handed player. There's
One.
the pop on the right wall under. You're playing a left-handed player. What is it that you think? What are you looking for against a left-hander?
Ready?
Well, so, I mean, the basic theory, at least that I learned against left-handed
1,
players,
2.
is that they're going to be
2.
more susceptible to crosses and right wall unders than a right-handed player would, just because of the natural way.
That's a weaker side for them.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And of course, they're most likely going to be hitting much stronger left wall unders than a righty would, since that's their strong wall.
Yes. Oh, hold it. I wasn't ready. All right.
But I don't know. I think that the difficulty in playing left-handed players can be a bit overhyped sometimes. I think people act like it's some like crazy foreign world or something. And it can take a little getting used to, but I think that Vince's success doesn't come from being a left-handed player. I think it comes from him just being a great player.
Correct. No, I agree with you. And talking about being a great player,
Yeah,
watch this.
This is a awesome wrinkle that Vince has added into his game, I feel like, the last 2 years. He used to really only have like super strong left walls
Right.
and cuts, but he's really worked on that right wall under and like woven it into his game in a beautiful way, where he can just hit it suddenly off of his drift.
And that was his I would call it patented setup and release, where he pulls his arm back, sort of pauses, stutters. That's two real sharp cuts by you in a row. But notice the cross that he's using against you, and it's off of a sort of a sudden drift that's a little bit faster.
That was a good get by Vince.
Three, 4.
And talking about wrinkles, that's a wrinkle that I think that you've added to your game in the last year, is that cross straight delivered in a way that you're sort of making it seem like it's going to be the cut.
Yeah.
Or at least
Yeah.
it's starting out to be the cut. And it's not a hard cross, which is unique.
Yeah,
it's
kind of a
sort of a
touch
medium
shot.
speed touch shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a difficult shot
Yeah.
for me. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. The cross is something I'm struggling with incorporating correctly in my game, and that cross will work. It's just they have to be super worried about the cut.
Score is 4, serving 4.
I mean, you love to talk about credible threats. I feel like for that cross to work consistently, the cut has to be not only a credible threat, it has to be like an imminent threat.
4, 5.
A triple threat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha. And I think that's true.
4, 6.
That's uncharacteristic
Yeah.
for Vince. I don't see him self-score like ever.
I actually
5, 6.
disagree with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When Vince is warming up and kind of getting into it, I think he can self-score.
Okay.
A few times. It's not like he's doing it all the time.
Yeah, that was nice. You stopped the puck rather than executing the shot the first time, and then reset it up right afterwards, and so that it had the effect on Vince of, I guess,
Puck to my right.
letting down his guard against the cut briefly, just for a split second. Okay, and then I'll stand corrected.
One of these guys versus that.
Vince knocks it in on himself a
play.
lot, is what I'm told.
No, I'm just.
I got
he
you.
doesn't do it often at
you're
all.
right.
I'm just.
Yeah, I probably overstated.
I was
Trying to
just
sound
remembering you're
trying to sound dramatic.
right. Well, I was just because we commentated together a Carter Cup match where Vince scored on
Yes,
himself.
and you're right.
2 times
yes.
in a row.
Well, yeah, and he did it a lot at Carter Cup in particular. Now that you bring it up, I do remember.
So I'm just.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
But I also think scored on myself a few times in the Carter Cup.
Oh,
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
That
And I
was.
think that was just
It was a lot of nerves.
pressure.
Yeah.
But once Vince gets into the match and his puck control gets real snapping, I mean, then scoring on himself is super uncharacteristic.
2.
Yeah, that cut is real smooth and so hard to block because you're thinking that it's going to be a right wall under. Again, I mean, although Vince guessed correctly, he sort of moved forward on that shot.
Yeah.
But it's so fast, it just got to the goal before he had a chance. Ooh,
4,
talk about
2.
fast.
So I didn't execute that one like I had the other ones.
No.
That needed more delay, more something.
Puck in play.
Probably needed to start the drift earlier.
Yeah, I needed more sauce. Needed to marinate.
Oh, that was good delay by Vince. Just barely missed that.
Yeah, Vince's pace at times, and then the stutter, the pause, the delay, it just creates a real sense of tension. Yeah, for his opponents.
I think for any new player
5,
who wants
2.
to learn how to correctly play offense, they should watch Vince.
That's sort of a base model to start with.
Yeah, because Vince, I think, he sets up the puck in a real intentional way where he can hit almost every shot off of, right of center for him.
Oh, nice.
5.
Right, and here's the thing that I think that a lot of players, there will be players out there that will say, well, Vince is one specific style, and there's lots of different styles that are, quote, correct. I would sort of say, yes, that's true, but ultimately, I think we've learned throughout the years that air hockey does have an ideal form.
Yeah.
Just like Plato's forms, that there is an ideal out there that we should aspire to, and we don't have to duplicate it. We can we can approximate it and have our own spin on it.
Right.
So I mean, because a lot of times people will say, "Well, Colin is a very fast-paced, quick setup." But if you really look at what Colin does, he's setting his shots up. He's not just hitting random shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just all chaos and quick releases. He's intentionally choosing what he's shooting, at least from my perspective. I can't speak for him, but that's what I see.
Yeah. Well, and Colin is hitting shots in a real deceptive way. He's not just like hitting shots and powering them in.
Right. It's not all transition. There is transition that takes place, and that's great. But the base of the offense is deliberate.
An awesome left ball over.
That was.
Yeah, and so that previous game, it just seemed like Vince was kind of missing a few of his shots, just trying to get into the rhythm. But yeah, as Plato famously said, Vince's offense is the one you should learn in air hockey.
As a start.
Yeah.
Right, as a start. It's like, look, take the puck, drift it in a intentional patterned motion, pause for a moment or two, and then execute a specific shot.
Yeah.
And then from that, develop creativity, your own unique style. It looks like you're sort of into it now. I mean, oh Lord.
3, 2.
Yeah, whoever selected the replays really has missed out on the boat here with you. You've had a number of really great shots. I'd love to see them back again. Oh, that I would love to see back too.
Yeah.
It's just a blaring right wall under.
I was trying an over there that I mishit. I was trying an under.
4, 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't have predicted that shot would have gone in. It was pushed.
Yeah.
5, 3.
I think it's because, I don't know. I have no
I think
idea.
just Vince was frozen. He may have been thinking that it was going to be a cut.
Vince is really good at, no matter what the other player is doing, just keeping his pace.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I kind of get charged up and go to that kind of faster style I can play sometimes, a lot of times that just my opponent will kind of fold, or start playing faster.
Oh, right. Vince doesn't.
Vince is not going to be fooled like that.
Right. I don't think in this, I was using a little hyperbole earlier when I said he would never knock it in on himself. But this, I think, is not hyperbole, is that he doesn't allow himself to get pulled into a lot of fast-moving, transition-y action. He'll grab the puck if he can, and he'll set it up just like this, nice and slow and deliberate. He maintains his composure really well.
That was a good block by Vince.
It was a great block by Vince.
Yeah.
That was one to replay for sure. But that was just you didn't have the right angle there on that left wall.
Yep.
There it was. Oh, I was going to say that shot's going to score. You can sometimes just tell by how he sets it up and the exact delay and motion.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
6,
yeah.
3.
Great.
Ooh, nice little redirect by Vince.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well done. So we're at 2 games each, set 1. It's been
Ready, set, one. 2 games apiece. Players to my right.
A lot of action.
Puck to my right. Puck and play.
Yeah, at this point, me and Vince, I think, both know mentally that it's going to be a battle. It tends to be a battle when we play, unless one of us just doesn't show up. And at this point, we
You're
both
both
realize,
here.
okay, we're both here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a match.
Yeah.
Good little delay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, 1.
Left fall over.
Yeah. Yeah.
1.
And that was really a lot of snap on that shot.
Yeah, I feel like in the past year and a half, my right wall unders improved, and it's actually, that was an uncharacteristic charge by me. I don't know what I'm doing. And I actually kind of figured it out by watching Vince and the way he snaps to hit his left wall
1,
under.
2.
That's a great over.
Let's look at that again.
See, if you have me doing the replays,
You choose great shots.
well,
Love it.
I'm gonna any over that scores, I'm gonna replay
Oh,
it
that's true.
because I don't.
I did notice that.
I don't mentally
A lot of-
understand it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ready?
So you said earlier, just a moment ago,
Puck and
that
play.
you've improved your right wall under because you watched Vince and learned how he snaps.
Yeah.
And all I have to say is oh snap.
I'm,
Yeah, it's bad. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's and that's one of the great things about any sport, right? Is we see other people that we think, wow, they do that really well, and we try to emulate it. We try to bring it into our own game. Makes us better. Eventually, probably makes them better.
1, 4.
yes, two points where I've charged
Yeah.
this game. I remembered having some intention behind it, but I don't know. I don't know why now.
2, 4.
I scored because it looked like a straight.
Well, I think you know that I'm always Mr. Charging is dangerous, and we should be very intentional about it. Well, sometimes you do it because you want them to think that you might do it again in the future. You may half charge or kind of like juke forward, subtly now and then. And I think that can be very useful. Keeps them guessing on offense. Again, that's that snap. Just really, really, and it's a great angle too. Super accurate. Goes so far under, it's hard to block, even if you recognize it as coming.
Oh, that was a sick
5.
shot.
Yeah. Again, I mean, he's done a couple of those overs on you now.
I think I'm not turning my wrist enough here. I kind of already have my wrist
4,
cocked
6.
as I'm pulling up to the puck.
4 to 6. That
5, 6.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
that is it.
Tell that Vince is gonna hit something.
Something uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, Vince. Speed up. Don't slow down. Please don't slow down on me. Yeah, there he was trying for it. Something uncomfortable. Oh,
6,
God.
6.
He went for the over again. You were there for it.
You ready, sir? Score 6-6. Puck and play.
Yeah, that's unfortunate when somebody charges you that early and we don't find a way to get around them. Ooh. We get a little mini hop out of you. Come back from 6 to 4.
Jacob.
is what is required for a hop, I guess.
On my right. Fucking play.
That is,
one.
the shot's just money in the bank.
Yeah, it's so difficult against Vince to feel comfortable on defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just watching
just
it from this
his-
angle
yeah.
makes me feel uncomfortable.
Give it off. Score is 0-1. Puck in play. Off. That's just my right. 1 serving 0. Puck in play.
Need a little quicker release on that left wall, I think.
Mallet.
Ooh, that
0
was
serving 1.
lost them out and almost scored on yourself
Yeah.
in the same.
Just trying a right wall over.
Yeah.
1.
There it was.
Yes.
1, 2.
I like that you went back to it. You're like, I lost my mallet and I almost scored on myself, but hell, I'm just going to try the shot again.
Yeah. I mean, I have to learn them at some point.
Seems like you're not really committing to that right wall under.
Yeah. I like
Do
that.
that. Yeah, it was sweet.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. One thing I haven't seen Vince do so far, which is interesting, is I haven't seen a lot of him hitting super accurate under banks from interesting angles. Yeah, I guess. Well, ooh, nice left all over. I guess I don't mean interesting angles. I just mean from angles that are really
4.
excellent to get around the mallet.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he chooses those really well, typically, such that he doesn't even have to make the shot be super, super, super fast. It's just so accurate and so perfect to get around in the right angle.
Yeah. He's usually good at that.
Yeah, I haven't seen him doing all that. He's doing overs and crosses a lot.
Serving 4. Puck in play.
And that could also be Vince knows that I
That
know
was sort of one.
his offense and is trying to throw different stuff at me.
Oh, absolutely. No, I definitely believe that's probably true.
Ooh, that was
Yeah, it was super nice. And notice the position where that puck is. He had a lane to the goal, and it was just perfect at the perfect time for that to happen. And I think that's one of the things that I was just talking about, and I'm glad he demonstrated it then, which is that just having sort of this intuitive sense about where the lane to the goal is when he executes the shot, such that the person doesn't have to make a mistake on defense, meaning they're not having to jump out of the way. And there it was
he did it again.
right?
Yeah.
The lane was there. And I think it's so important. I think a lot of players don't get that, is that as long as you have there,
6. 4. Timeout call.
Yeah.
and so now he's doing it. So
Yeah.
he heard me like retroactively through, I don't know,
Yeah,
the
well,
universe.
yeah,
I
stop
don't know.
talking.
Puck in play.
Yeah, I'll stop talking so he doesn't win.
So
5.
Vince was down 4-2.
Yeah.
So Vince has his own
Great
little
comeback. Great comeback
Yep.
by Vince. And he did it on the back of what he traditionally is really strong at, which is, hitting shots that have open lanes to the goal.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the most succinct way of saying what I was trying to say earlier.
Ready? Fucking play.
All right, so we're game 7, first
kill it
set.
up. Sorry. Let's kill it. Set 6.
Yeah, first set, game 7. Who would have thought?
Fucking play.
Oh, yeah. He's going for that lane, too. Just missed it.
He's going for it, but notice I think if you go back and rewind and compare it to the last set, you'd see that puck was too far to the right, that there actually wasn't a clear lane. It was barely blocked by your mallet, and so he pushed it wide.
1-0.
Nice. And there's Vince
0.
just coming forward. He shouldn't have been coming forward. That's such a hard shot to block. Let me just tell you guys. I've played some, practice games against Jacob recently, and you just, yeah,
4-0.
you can even know it's coming. It's just so hard to block. And I think the reason is twofold. One, you're worried about that right wall under,
Ready?
but two, you're also finding the lane to the goal. You're hitting the shot from just left enough of the center line that it's open. Just for a split second, it's open. That's all you need.
Do I lose my mallet more than any other top 5 player in the history of the sport?
I don't know. There's a thing called a string. It is a rule in air hockey that would benefit you. You would.
Yeah.
In fact, I watched some of your matches in Idaho on the stream, and I know you were, for some of it, playing with a stringed mallet, and you actually benefited from it. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if he realized, wow, so that's why it's good.
I mean, I used to play with a string, but I'm too. It makes the mallet feel weird for me.
Yeah, you're weird.
Well, I'm your son, so.
Yeah. So hold on here.
To the ready.
Now you took the timeout,
Yeah.
and you're up.
Fucking play.
What was going on in your head?
I
5.
realized that I had rushed a couple of shots and Vince scored, and so I didn't want him coming back. I wanted to make sure that I could keep up the pressure.
Okay.
Because Vince will come back if
sure.
if you give him any breathing room.
Yeah. And I wanted to point it out. I mean, I actually was asking you because I figured you would probably say that, and I think people should learn from that a lot of times when you're up, that is a time to take a timeout if you start doing things that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. I think timeouts at 6-6 are almost always a mistake because you should have called timeout earlier that game at some point.
Okay.
Like, if they're coming... So, let's say you're up 6-4, right? Or 6-3, and then they score, make it 6-4, make it 6-5. That's when you should call a timeout. Not when it's already at 6-6.
Right.
And then if you're on a roll and score 4 in a row...
Yeah, why are you calling?
Then why are you ever calling a timeout?
Yeah. I agree. But I think ultimately, timeouts are a personal choice. But yes, I agree with you. Oof.
6-1.
6-1. Just devastating this game. I mean, you fight all the way to Game 7. And just
7-1.
that's a hard way to go down in the 7th game after you've fought so hard.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the stats. Set 1. These are similar to what we see most top players having. Losing about a fourth of their possessions. You with just a hair more. Not a big deal, I don't think. There's a couple of differences here. Vince with only a 19% successful shot percentage, and you at 27. That's probably really rocketed up by that last game where just so many of your shots were going in.
Yeah.
And I think this is kind of what we would have expected beginning in beforehand, that Vince is going to be doing left wall unders. Well, actually, no, it's not. I didn't expect him to have crosses.
Yeah.
That is not expected.
Yeah.
For you, it was expected right wall unders and cuts. So the one thing here that stands out to me is Vince's charging. 4 charges with 3 positive results. That's really strong. If I'm coaching him, I'm going to say, all right, keep charging then.
Yeah.
Well,
it's probably the strongest charging I've seen since doing stats.
Yeah. That's good. So you take the first set in 7 games. We'll see how the next set goes now.
Play. 0-1.
Start right off where you left off there.
Yep.
1-1.
Nice redirect. We saw Vince do that earlier in the first set. He's got that in his game. Again with the cut. Was that over or under?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. It was hard to see from this angle. He's going for that quick cross. There's a positive charge result by Vince.
Yeah.
4-3.
Not much defense going on in this set so far.
That was,
except for the charge. There's another charge. Vince sort of shakes his mallet after, missing, I guess, like a shot that goes in. He kind of like it sort of deceives him in a way. He shakes his mallet almost as if he's trying to erase it from existence, or erase it from his mind. I'll show you when I see it again. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see that. This is great transition line charging a line fight, I guess. Oh,
Yeah, Vince.
Yeah, just
dominates the line in that exchange.
pushed.
Game 1-4.
Don't like it. I
Yep.
didn't like the way it looked. I knew that something was going to come.
Yeah. So Vince comes into this set just looking fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Position on the right.
Yeah, and he got a whole
Ready, Vince?
plethora of different shots in on you that game. Crosses, cut, unders, and a number of transitions.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's that quick cross, ooh, nice
1-1.
transition. A quick cross that is delivered when he's got a lane. And that shot right there is the type of shot you're used to seeing Vince do traditionally, which is, getting that angle correct and getting behind your mallet. He's just having his way with you.
yeah, yeah.
2-3.
Shot it wide there. He didn't have it in the right position to start.
Ready? Play. 3-3.
Well done. That was a really crisp under.
Oh, and so how about this under?
Mm-hmm.
Play.
Oh.
4-4.
There I get a little bit of a positive result for me on Vince charging.
Mm-hmm.
Banking around him.
5-4.
Mm-hmm.
That looked a little bit like a cross. I think that's why that scored.
5-5.
Yeah, so I obviously heard you talking about those angles.
Yeah.
Let's watch that block.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's finally he gets to this under. Mm-hmm.
Awesome block by Vince there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Scores 5-5. Ready. Play. 5. Game point.
That was smart by Vince.
Yeah, it was smart because he's been doing that quick cross,
Yeah.
and then here he does what I would call sort of a touch cut.
Yeah.
It's not an off-speed cut. You know, it's not like super slow, but it's not super fast. It's sort of
Game point.
mid-range
Ready,
speed.
Play.
The touch shot. One of my favorite shots of all time, personally.
Yeah. No, I love that touch cut.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I like the cut.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you are from Texas. The Texas T cut, invented by Jim Carter, according to air hockey lore, from Houston.
So Vince is up 2-0 this set.
2 games to 0 Vince. Possession on the right. Ready? Play.
Yeah, he was moving forward.
Yeah, there's
0-1.
been multiple charges by Vince that I barely missed. Just my accuracy not there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, here's an opening for you, though. I mean, because
0-2.
Vince didn't seem like he's really, got the stuff at the beginning of this game. So you have a
It's a
chance
good-
here
it's a
to
good
start coming
catch.
back. Mm-hmm.
I think Vince is one of the best players at catching those pucks,
Mm-hmm.
snagging.
Yeah, there it is when he's moving forward that time. So his charging sort of seems to be.
Oh, that wasn't over. I think I had slowed that one back.
Yeah, I think
to watch
was
it
a
again.
Yeah, it looked like an over.
Good block by Vince.
Mm-hmm.
1-4.
Mm.
2-4.
Mm-hmm.
Two, 5.
Just really ripping them.
Game point.
Oof.
Ooh.
Game point.
Good, quick cut.
Yeah. 6-3 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were up 6-2. Ooh, what's going on? What are you doing, Vince? There was that quick cross. And when I say quick, I meant quick off the drift. Obviously, the shot is fast, but...
That was rushed. think all the other shots were decent. Vince just playing really good defense right now. Yeah, that was great.
I didn't hear a timeout call. Sorry. Yeah, I called timeout.
Yeah, so Vince comes back to make is it 6-5 now?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's zeroed in.
Great shot there. That's gutsy.
It was gutsy, and it was early enough where I feel like you should have been able to deal with it. You just rushed slightly. Good get. And look at Vince smiling. Oh, what a comeback.
Great comeback by Vince. And that
down 6-2?
Yeah, 6-2.
Wow.
Came back. Won that game to go up 3-0. That is the kind of player Vince is.
Play. One, 0. Two, 0.
You're sort of starting out this game the way you started out the last game. Good get. Ill-advised. There we go. Great get by Vince. Vince is a
great angle.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was a great angle. Vince, I think I would call a rhythm player. And what I mean by that is that when he's doing his setups and his pauses and his little, hand feints and things, I think in essence he's gathering an internal rhythm and timing for when to shoot and how to shoot the shot.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, and that's why Vince can be so runny when he starts to score on players, because he gets in that rhythm and he just starts dominating.
3, 2.
Yeah. But I mean, it's hard for. I mean, watching you guys play, I certainly see that. But I also see it's difficult for him at times because your defense tends to be pretty darn strong. I believe you've got one of the best defenses in the game, and so it's hard at times to get into that rhythm. You might get 1 or 2 shots, but then you're stopped.
Yeah.
Although there is one shot that I think that you can't block.
Yeah.
I won't say what it is, but there is a specific shot, and you will have to climb that mountain, I think.
I think I can block that shot.
Of course you can.
It's just a mental thing they have to figure out.
Yeah, you just got to figure out what it is that your mind believes is happening.
5.
Oof, 5-3. Again, you just starting real strong.
I think I have a very good defense when I get into the flow. When I get into the game.
Right. So you think? Well, yeah. So we can talk about it more, but it's probably a mental lapse then.
Yeah.
So game point 3.
Yeah. So game point 3.
Yeah, you just really. Now let's see if you let him come back. or if he forces a comeback, not necessarily because you let him.
I think the last game he forced the comeback.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
He shut the door. Shut the door. All right, so we're 3-1. You got to make a comeback now.
Yep.
You're saying yep, or?
Yep. I'm saying yep, I do have to make a comeback.
Oh, you do have to. Oh,
That
I
is
thought
a
you were
correct
trying to give
analysis
spoiler
of the
alerts.
Situation. Great setup by Vince.
1, 2.
Both of you guys have been shooting some really high-end shots, just plain and simple. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Let's see it again. Fake, pause. Fake. Try again.
Yeah.
And I think that's similar to what you did on one of the plays earlier that we saw where, you were going to do the cut, but then instead you just grabbed the puck, paused again, and reset up. And he did the exact same thing back to you, where when that happens, a lot of times the defense momentarily lapses.
Yes.
Because you think that the worst is over.
Yeah.
But then it comes right back.
Ooh. Quick little cut there.
3, 4.
And Vince saying beautiful. It was beautiful. It's funny, if you watch Vince's face a little bit when he's doing these setups, sometimes you can see the wheels turning,
Yes.
4, 4. Tables off.
Great. Good shot by Vince there.
Fight.
Tried for it.
Mm-hmm. Always try for it. You never know. Maybe over.
Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe.
5.
Yeah.
I think Vince was trying for an over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Vince is for sure the most analytical player in the game since, I don't know, Billy.
5.
Like, active high end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He does analyze it a lot.
Fight.
Adding another white chip on the wall there. Adding your
My mark.
mark to a Krakow arena.
I feel like a lot of those marks are mine. I was wondering how
5.
many weeklies I've played there.
Yeah. You probably need to have a repaint job now. Just to, have a fresh palette, so you can really tell when you made your mark.
7, 5.
Wow,
Great
over, great set. Vince just really sinks his teeth into his attack and comes back and gets the second set. Similar numbers here as the first set. It looks like Vince just a tick better than he was in the first set in recovering his shots. And his successful shot percentage went up by 4 percentage points. Looks like your stats are almost identical. They might be identical. And then Vince is getting more recovered shots than you are, giving himself more opportunities. And there we are again. It looks like Vince has added in a little bit more
Left wall over.
diversity. Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah.
You are at 78% between right wall under and cuts. If it's working, use it. 69 points to 67 after 2 sets. Super, super close match.
Yeah. And I think this set is really indicative of how even if someone is 4-1 or even 4-0 at this level, it can
still be super close.
Super close, right?
Yeah.
7-5, 7-6.
I think the key in that set was allowing him coming back on you from 6-2.
Yeah, that was massive.
The change, the trajectory of that set changed significantly from that.
7 charges with 5 positive results by Vince.
Total. That's between
total.
both sets.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the first 2 sets, folks. This is an excellent match, so we had to split it up. There's a lot more to come. We're going to have a part 2, which will be the conclusion between Vince Sauceda, number 4 in the world, and Jacob Weissman, number 3 in the world. Please like, subscribe, share, all the things that are good to help us grow air hockey and the sport. We'll see you next time. Thanks.